As early as 6 a.m., a visit to immigration offices and foreign embassies in Lagos shows the number of people desperate to leave the country.
Absolutely. Now, the number of Nigerians trooping out of the country never to come back is alarming. For many, the hope of a better future abroad supersedes all other thoughts.
They're driven by the attractive opportunities available in other countries, comparatively quite better than what obtains in Nigeria.
Very sad occurrence anyway, and in some cases, core professionals with good-paying jobs abandon their jobs for menial jobs overseas. A trending story on Twitter describes how an entire department in an office left their jobs and migrated to Canada, leaving their bosses gobsmacked.
Canada has now become the choice destination for many who crave to travel abroad. What should government do to address this brain drain? We have social commentator Segun Akinlolu, also known as Beautiful Nubia, with us in the studio. It's good to know that you have switched character this morning from a musician to a public affairs analyst. You know, sometime last year, we watched the return of Nigerians from Libya. As a matter of fact, the immigration says that not less than 10,000 Nigerians died in the Mediterranean Sea, died in deserts.
I even wrote a song about that, yes.
Apparently. Recently, there is a poll now that says 1 out of every 3 Nigerians still wants to travel abroad. What is responsible?
1 out of every 3.
Exactly.
I would say 2.9 out of every 3 would love to travel.
Well, I don't want to travel.
Yeah, and I know him. I've known him for years. I know that he probably doesn't. He wants to work and change this country. So I love, and that's why I say, when the people of goodwill, and as people of goodwill, we need to work together. In my latest album, I sang a song. I'm going to try, because you said maybe I've switched roles. The musician, the artist, whose worth is salt, he's a social commentator, he's a public affairs analyst, he's a philosopher. You know, in your music, you must reflect all these things. You know, if you're not an intelligent musician, I don't think your career will last. In this album, I said, Gbogbo àwọn tó ń fẹ́ ètò ìlú, for those who don't understand Yoruba, I will translate later. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbèrò kó lè dáa, gbogbo àwọn abániṣe kọ́lá kó lè dùn, gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́wọ́ àtúnṣe o, bẹ́ẹ̀ rí wọn lọ́nà ọjà ẹ bá ń ké sí wọn yé, bẹ́ẹ̀ rí wọn lókè odò ẹ bá ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀, bí iṣẹ́ ti yá o, àsìkò ti tó, ọjọ́ ta wí yẹn o, ó ti súnmọ́ ẹgbẹ́ atúnlùtò. People of goodwill need to come together and save this country. Because what's happening right now, what you're calling the brain drain, it's been going on for a long time. But do not forget, human beings have always migrated. It's the reason why we took over the whole world.
Apparently.
People migrate basically for 2 reasons. For adventure, or for opportunity. You know, people, you live in a place.
In your own case, because I know you're based in Canada.
Well, I'm not based in Canada. Let me explain
where are you
that.
based? You need to let us know where you
An
stay.
artist, I always tell people this. An artist who's the real artist cannot have a base. Your base is in the hearts of the people. If you love my music, my base is there. You see, everywhere I go.
But where do you lay your head?
Wherever I find
Which country do you lay
I'm
your
in Lagos
head
today
most
now.
often?
Tomorrow I'll be in
You've not
Ibadan.
answered my question.
No, it's not like that. For an artist, it's not like that.
Okay.
See, an artist goes all over the place, talking to people, sharing his art with the people. And so wherever I find love, wherever I am right now, is my home. Or else I cannot transmit what I need to transmit honestly. I need to feel that I belong to this place right now. Where I am at TVC right now is my home. We're here together. You know, I feel love, so I'm happy here. So, but I do have Canadian citizenship. I know that's where you're going. So I have Nigerian and Canadian citizenship. And when I went to Canada, I didn't do it for opportunity. I did it because I had done 2 albums and I had become very popular for those 2 albums. But that wasn't the direction I wanted my music to go. I knew there was a sound, which I'd always had in my head since I was 9 years old. And I knew there was an album I had to make that would make my name. I knew it. And so that Jambala Jugu album that made my name eventually, I had to deliver it. You know, our mothers, the way they are, you know, this thing is there. I'm pregnant with it. I got to deliver this thing. So I thought, let's go somewhere where nobody knows me. You know, go, not like an adventure, but a self-discovery journey. So I thought I'll go to Zimbabwe, or, you know, I was thinking about different places there. But then I got this Canadian visa, residency visa. You know, so I just went there. I spent 8.5 months in that country in a very bitter winter, and I came back with this album. I came back here to record that album. And so, but ever since then, you know, I go back and forth,
So everybody now wants to go to Canada. A family friend of ours. It's amazing to know that middle-class Nigerians, people that you think are doing pretty well, and that you are even eyeing their position,
Indeed.
the next thing they check out to Canada. Recently, Canada is now working with America to stop Nigerians from coming into their country.
But you know what they do, right? Because Nigerians are so impatient. The Canadian system is very transparent. But sometimes it might take 2 years, or you know, it depends. If you want to do express, it can take like 6 months. Okay. But if you don't have that kind of money or those kind of skills, it might take 2-3 years. Nigerians don't want to wait 2-3 years, so they get an American visa,
and then from there they go to Canada.
Try to cross to Canada and say we're asylum.
Seeking asylum.
In fact, I met a woman recently, a nurse. She said, "Your people have been coming," because she's a nurse in Canada. She wanted to ask me, you know, like for my advice, you know, like they come and they say they are gay and Nigeria is killing gays. I said, really? She said, oh, they told us that with their mixed gender or like, you know, LG, whatever. That I said, really? In Nigeria, I don't know anything about that. And then she said, but you know the way we always find them out? We put them in a hotel and then they start saying like, what kind of hotel is this? Then we start realizing this must have been rich Nigerians because they're used to a higher quality than what we've put them in.
What is the perception of Canadians of Nigerians in Canada?
Unfortunately for us, the perception of people outside this country of us, anywhere you go, is that Nigerians are very fast. And, you know, it depends on the Nigerians we've met. But if you watch the news, the average Canadian from the news thinks Nigeria is a home of horror, is a home of violence, it's a place where only bad news comes. You know, the average Canadian who has now met Nigerians, and I've met many of them, they've met people who are, you know, smart, intelligent. They'll tell me, oh, you Nigerians are hard. You work very hard.
Hardworking. I've heard of that so many times.
They are very innovative.
Okay, and talking about, you know, the oppression of Nigerians, some, you know, yes, because of the way they are carrying themselves out there, have tarnished the image. But so many Nigerians, millions of them, thousands of them, are doing the country proud.
Amazing.
For example, in the UK, it's a sad story for us because Nigeria has about 72,000 or thereabout figures of doctors, and about 50% of them are working outside the country. And it's an alarming statistics. Nurses leaving. People get schooled here. After that, they travel. In the UK, there are many Nigerians everywhere. A Nigerian is in charge of the Gatwick Airport. So we can go on and on about a Nigerian doctor in the US that saved a life. And this American woman had to come out. He did an historical surgery on a white pregnant woman. He opened up the fetus, operated the fetus, and sutured back the woman. You know, a Nigerian did that. So many Nigerians are doing Nigerians proud. But these people, they are skilled Nigerians who should be back home, helping the country to develop, but they are not here. They are, you know, adding to
that takes me back
the
to where I
economy
started
of
from.
other countries.
People travel, people migrate for adventure or for opportunity. Now, the only reason why anybody will leave a place for opportunity is if the opportunities are not in that original place.
Okay.
And this country is stifling people. It's choking people. See, if we're going to be honest, most people who are watching us right now will be happy if they will get a chance to leave this country. I think many of the people who lead this country, they don't understand, maybe they don't realize it, how it feels. Yeah? Last night, I was with a few people. One successful, my sister, very successful businesswoman, and the other one who's also quite well-to-do, and some of our friends. And they were all talking about this same issue. I told them, I said, incidentally, I'm going to a TV program tomorrow to talk about this. And I mean, then I told them about that story, about our whole department, because I read that, said, and they just left. And people are, why would they leave? Why wouldn't they leave? See, the basic thing that people want, that sense of peace of mind.
That's right.
Nigeria focuses a lot on money. We think money is everything. But the human soul wants peace. No matter how much money you have, whatever you are earning, people want peace of mind. Can they get it here? I was telling my sister on our way here, I said, when I had that place in the GRA, where I used to perform there, that I will stay in there. Because the moment I left that gate, I felt I didn't have my peace anymore.
Beautiful bit. It's not bad after all. The World Bank says that last year, Nigerians in diaspora sent $22 billion home. That's the highest in Africa. It's the fifth in the world.
We're giving them fish. So we're just basically maintaining. We're maintaining a system that needs to collapse so that it can rebuild itself.
I've been itching for this. Let's talk about your music. I found out that your music have grown deeper over the years. You know, in fact, it's so deep that you hardly sing in English these days. What is the philosophy for you right now? What are you singing about?
Well, I'm talking about how to fix this country. People, people think I'm like a regular artist who just want to entertain and make people happy. That's why I came into music. Don't forget, I was a veterinary doctor. And I was not some wishy-washy vet. I was a well-to-do young veterinary doctor.
In Nigeria?
Yes, oh, of course. I was on the up and up, right? I was doing very well for my age at that time. And I left that kind of thriving profession to go into music because I started writing songs as a 9-year-old, and I always felt music was my calling, not to entertain people primarily, but to teach people, to guide our people. Because sometimes as an artist, you can see life the way others can't. Others get into this narrow, because we have our ambitions and our goals, and we start chasing them, and we are narrowed down. But an artist can see more than that. And we are narrowed down. But an artist can see more than that. And I can help people to navigate their way towards happiness. And so, over the years, I've been, we started slowly just trying to say basic things. Then you start to realize we're not getting anywhere. They're not hearing me. I got to keep, So now the music is getting deeper and deeper, like you're saying. And I realized that Nigeria has just gotten worse. And I keep watching my old videos where at 32, I was saying something somewhere. I said, we youth, we have to come out, we youth. I'm 50 now.
Oh my, you're 50 now.
Time has just gone by. 50 years I've been in this country. I have seen so much poverty, and it's just getting worse and worse. People are getting mired in discontent, and it is not fair for a child to be poor and unhappy. It is a crime, it is a sin. Anybody who's in government should be ashamed of themselves that we are still having children in this country who are in poverty. See, societies that make progress, the ones that make progress, Norway, Sweden, go and check it. All the Nordic countries, there's a plan for every child. Even the UK, every child born there, the state has a plan for that child. Our children must thrive.
Millions of Nigerian children
so
are out of school.
So you will find that people are thinking, now, I'm in my late 20s, I have a good job, I'm going to have a wife, I'm going to have a husband, I'm going to start having children. Do I want my child to grow up here? Sometimes that's what drives people. Or they already have children, and they think, I don't want my child to grow up in this corrupt system.
Exactly.
But don't you think that the patriotic sense Nigerians used to have is somehow waning, and musicians have a role to play? You've talked about, a musician being that person that is compact, all-encompassing when it comes to his capacities and knowledge, of any topic. Don't you think that Nigerians need to have a sense of patriotism, that God bless Nigeria, I need to do this? I told you earlier that I'm not nursing any idea of traveling abroad.
Yet.
Because if...
Yet.
Not yet, really. I'm not, well, but really, truly, because if everyone moves out of the country, who stays back, to repair the rot?
The ones who will stay here are the ones who are taking 4,000 naira to vote people in elections. And they will stay here, and they will be led by the political riffraff, and this country will eventually collapse. That's where we're going. People don't want to accept that, but this country is going towards serious collapse, and to avoid this, because we love this country.
We hope not.
Beautiful Nubia, I wish we had enough time, but there's a song of yours, Lights of Spain, that captures what we're talking about. Can you do it for us in like 30 seconds before
Lights of Spain, you should have warned me before we came here. Lights of Spain. This one's for my brother, man. Heavy heart had a tough life, dreamy eyes fixated on distant shores. Oh yeah, so he packs all his memories, puts them all in a rucksack, takes a trip to the Sahara desert for a feed. So here we go again on the road, or something like that.
Thank you very much. Talking about you churning out conscious music every time to reawaken Nigerians on the need to do the job.
And I'm hearing voices from the back room that we have to end the show with a good morning song.
Yeah, well, that's a trend. Anyway, anytime we have a musician, we always try to end with their music. Thank you very much, beautiful Nubia, for coming. Yes, and before we go, we need to let you know that the views and reactions of our resource persons on the topics discussed on the program today are their views and have no connection at all with TVC News. Thank you for watching. I am Azizat Olaluwa. We'll leave you with the song, of course, of beautiful Nubia, Owurolojo. Good morning, my people.
Good morning.
Let's go, my beautiful sisters.